Welcome to another edition of RyanisWar. How you guys doing? I'm Ryan Williams. Thank you for checking out this channel. First off, before we get into this video, I would like to send my condolences to Bruno Sammartino's family and Bruno Sammartino fans. Unfortunately, yesterday he passed away. This man is literally a legend who was one of the people to even put wrestling on the map. Sold out Madison Square Garden countless times back in the 70s and early 80s. One of the longest reigning WWF back then champions and all along in history. He's literally has a combined reign that of 4,404 days. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he went into the Hall of Fame a number of years ago. He's helped out a lot of people. You know what I mean? Mark Henry, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm sure he's also in Arnold Schwarzenegger's Hall of Fame as well. The one that he presents. But with that to say, what can I say, man? God rest your soul, Bruno Sammartino. You are a true living legend. So, with that being said, let's get into the Superstar Shakeup. Right. So, on Raw, we had Jinder Mahal, who came over as the United States Champion, and he didn't leave that arena with it. Nope. Jeff Hardy is the new United States Champion, making him the third consecutive Grand Slam champion within the last month, a few weeks. Let's say about 5 weeks, 6 weeks. Crazy, but good on to Jeff Hardy. Jinder Mahal, was it expected? Probably. But hey, it is what it is. I'm sure you couldn't line up with Heath Slater. Anywho, we had Dolph Ziggler make his Raw reappearance, I guess. He's gone back to Raw. And he's brought over somebody with him. So, Titus Worldwide has been claymored, bombed, however you want to put it, by the Zigzag and the Claymore, as I just said. Drew McIntyre is back from injury. Obviously, he was injured after he lost the NXT title to Andre Cien Almas back in NXT TakeOver. So, he's back on the main roster. But he'll be not joining his 3MB colleagues. I'll tell you that. I hope they do something decent with him. With that being said, we have Baron Corbin. We have Chad Gable, which was, boy, are they going to put Alpha together again? What are they going to do? Even though Jordan's not back till probably next year or later on this year. Time will tell. The Riot Squad have come to Raw. That's decent. I don't mind Ruby Riot as much. You know what I mean? But that's different. We need more women on the women roster anyways, because they need to mix it up a bit. It's boring seeing the same old. I digress. Also, we had Mojo Rawley and Zack Ryder. Even though they're not the Hype Bros anymore, Mojo is clearly a heel and Zack is a face. I don't really care. I'm just telling you how it is, if for those of you who don't know that. Anyways, we had Mike Kanellis come to Raw. We haven't seen him in a while, but we all know why. Natalya, who's in Raw now, and now she's in a little storyline, I guess. So, Natalya had a match with Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose tapped out to the sharpshooter, as expected. But a little bit before that, I kind of forgot to mention, we had Natalya and Ronda Rousey. Even that's how we found out Natty was even going to be part of Raw roster. We had a segment with Kurt Angle and Rousey just talking in the GM's office, basically talking about the women's division just talking to Ronda, you know what I mean? And then basically Angle just says, oh, that draft pick for the women's division's here. Now he shows up. They hinted that they've trained together. So they put that in there now. So that's cool. And during the end of that match, as I was saying, Sonya Deville, of course, part Absolution, trying to take out Natalia with Mandy Rose. Out comes Rousey to make the baby face save. So what's going to happen with this? Time will tell. At least they're doing something, you know what I mean? So we also have Breezango, the fashion police. Ah, man, they give me joke. They come to Raw and get a win over the Bar. So that's interesting. Boy, these teams, this team's been dropping out like there's no tomorrow. The Fashion Files, I enjoyed at first. Then they kind of, I think they kind of saturated for me, but whatever. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn vital into this main event that they had. They had a 10-man tag at Raw. We had The Miz. I'll get to that in a sec. The Miz, Taraj, and Owens and Zayn against Lashley, Strowman, Rollins, Balor, and the next draft pick, Glorious Bobby Roode. So, with that being said, that match was fairly entertaining for me. I thought it was a lot of fun, you know what I mean? But the ending was the way Axel and Dallas just said, fuck this guy. Just dropped. Because Kurt Angle came out earlier in a Miz TV segment where they announced the draft pick, which was going to be Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, which they come out, they all spoke on Miz TV, then they announced a 10-man tag. Kurt Angle basically said, this is going to be your last night. So, and he went out with a bang. He got beat up by everybody else and pinned. Mainly Strowman pinned him, destroyed him. The match was done. So that was the Miz's last night, because Daniel Bryan made a special request to Shane McMahon and Paige, telling him, bring the Miz to SmackDown, because of course the Miz has been stealing his move. When Miz was on SmackDown, obviously the talking smack, we can't forget about that. The way Miz has been just getting at Bryan, and Bryan couldn't do nothing about it. Now he can. Now we're finally going to get to see what's in store for the Miz and Bryan in the future. That being said. And also the Ascension. So that was Raw. With that being said, Raw was a pretty decent show. I can't really lie. There weren't really much, apart from the shake-up guys, there weren't really much to stand out. We had Elias come out. I liked his promo this week. I thought it was funny. He didn't come out this week. But it's got me a little worried, but we'll see what's going to happen with that. Yeah, so Raw was alright. Joe, another promo, killed it again, as usual. What can I say? Roman Reigns, man. Boy, got chewed up again. But we'll see what's going to happen on Raw. Now, let's get over to SmackDown. SmackDown, obviously, we know The Miz was going to be there. We know that. We knew that from Raw. This one now, very interesting. As I just talked about this guy, Samoa Joe is now on the SmackDown Live roster. I like it because I felt SmackDown's kind of, it started off really good when you had AJ, you had The Miz, you had Ziggler when he was getting pushed, you had Dean Ambrose when he was like, well, I'm not saying he's not good, but I mean like he was alright. Like he weren't getting stale. You know what I mean? They weren't really trying to do nothing different with him at that point. The Ellsworth thing, Carmel, you know what I mean? At its height. And it kind of lost that. Cena went, AJ turned face, You know what I mean? You know, it just kind of got stale a bit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But Samoa Joe here to mix things up. I like it. I think it's a good move. We got Nakamura as a heel as well on SmackDown. So with that being said, what's gonna happen with that? Obviously, we know the Iconics is on SmackDown already, so we won't talk about that. Um, as predicted, the new United States champion Jeff Hardy has made his way to SmackDown. He faced Shelton Benjamin that night. So, which is funny enough, he made Randy Orton look stupid. Shelton Benjamin coming out, having a promo, you know, basically just crapping on Chad Gable. You know, all those nice tweets I sent out to him about, oh, good luck on Raw, Chad. Yeah. Nah, fuck all that shit. You know what I mean? Well, Benjamin didn't really say that, but you get where I'm coming from. So, anywho, with that being said, he just said, listen, he want to fight anyone. He'll take on anyone in the back. Here comes the Viper Randy Orton. But out of nowhere, Jeff Hardy decides to make his shake-up debut and come through. I like the way they did that. Even Orton smirked a little. I saw that. I thought that was hilarious. I like how they did that. So with that being said, we had Big Cass return. He got in a little segment with Daniel Bryan. I think they're just going to make Big Cass like Baron Corbin. I can see it already. Even if it was like 2-minute promo with Bryan segment, call it what you want. Truth. The Bar. This was an interesting one. The Bar. Late on that one, oh well. But like the Bar now, that was interesting. On SmackDown, it's good because yeah, it's different. Same time though, they have their tag team title rematch. They're supposed to be fighting the winners of this little tournament, that the tag team tournament on Raw. So what are they gonna do with that? Might just do a runners up thing. Who knows? But the Bar to SmackDown, that's good. They changed things up. Oscar, I think it's good. Changed things up with the women. We got Charlotte there, Carmella, the new women's champion, of course. They just lost the Riot Squad. They obviously got Absolution. I'm sure they're gonna have Absolution. If my memory serves me correct, I don't remember them mentioning it, or even reading it. But I'm sure Absolution is probably on SmackDown. But with that being said, Asuka, new challenge, new show. It will help the women's division on that show too. You know what I mean? Which I think is good. So obviously they put Natty on Raw, Asuka on SmackDown. So the Battle Club is no more as Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows can join AJ Styles. What can I say? Boy, tag division, it looks like they're stepping it up a bit. They got the Usos already. They got the Bludgeon Brothers. They got the New Day. You know what I mean? Those are the only three. It seems like that's all they have in the tag division, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? So now the Bar's there. Gallows and Anderson's there. It looks like they're actually taking the tag division seriously on SmackDown. Also to that, we have 2 NXT call-ups. We have the former NXT champion Andrade Cien Almas with the lovely Selena. What can I say? What's going to happen with Almas? Personally, I think he's going to be in the United States Championship division. That's all I see what's going to happen with him. I think him and Selena are going to have a dynamic duo effect type of thing. Selena, she could go in the women's division as well. Do you know what I mean? She could tear it up too. So, that being said, that should be very interesting. And Sanity. What I mean, I told you about the tag division. They're trying to ump it up. Sanity. Alexander Wolf, Killian Dane, and Eric Young. So, all 3 of them have come up. Nikki Cross stays in NXT. But, what can I say? It looks like the tag division is getting stepped up on SmackDown. The US title division, I can see what Big Cass, unless they would have put him in the world title, but I don't think that's going to go well. They'll probably mess up like some Roman Reigns-ish. The Miz, yeah, probably, maybe they'll put him for the world title now, maybe. You know what I mean? Because I can't see him go back to the United States Championship. R-Truth, comic relief, I guess, unfortunately. That's just how it is. Like, and it's annoying because, you know, this guy was good when I used to watch him back in the day in TNA. In the early stages of TNA, of course. But, like, you know, and even back on, like, shows like Metal and Sunday Night Heat. How can I forget Heat, man? Heat used to be good back on Channel 4 back in the day. But still, like, R-Truth got to be taken more seriously. As I look on this list of both shows, I could say I think SmackDown kind of got a little bit of the edge because of Samoa Joe. You know what I mean? Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn was always predicted. Dolph Ziggler needed the move. Jinder can say the same thing. Corbin definitely. Drew, I'm glad he's come up. Gable should have been on Raw already. The Riot Squad, different. Rude, yeah, I guess so, but he needs to be a heel. Mike Kaletis, what are they going to do with him? Natalia, definitely. Zack Ryder, Mojo Rawley, couldn't care less. Breezango, yeah, because let's face it, the Fashion Files could get more TV time. It's a 3-hour Raw show. Just think about it like that. Owens and Zayn also tear it up. The Ascension. SmackDown, The Miz, you could do much with him. Samoa Joe could dominate, of course. The WWE title picture with AJ Styles, Nakamura, Bryan. Maybe if you throw The Miz in there too. Jeff Hardy, do you know what I mean? Benjamin, Big Cass, you know what I mean? Randy Orton, you know what I mean? Like, so the United States title picture could look, it looks pretty decent. I can't lie. So with that being said, the shake-up was actually, I think it was pretty fair. I can't lie. If they do it right, if they know how to push certain people, then fine. You know what I mean? No problem. Definitely. So the shake-up, that was that. Now we are going to wrap up this video. Thanks again, guys. Stay tuned for more content on this channel. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to RyanisWar. You can follow me on Twitter, RJ Wills. That is my Twitter handle, guys. It will be at the bottom of this video, along with my Instagram, RyanisWar. You can follow that. You can follow Wrestling Ruckus Podcast if you haven't checked that out on iTunes and Spotify or however you get your podcasts, guys. Check us out. See what you think. We also are doing Wrestling Ruckus videos. We're going to obviously talk more in depth on videos as well. We'll be doing reaction videos too to matches as well. So check out that Wrestling Ruckus channel is on YouTube. Check out Edorese's channel, The First Take. Now, guys, have a lovely day, as I'll be very elite today. This nice sunshiny weather. And guys, make sure you hit that like button and share the video. Peace. Woo.